Welcome back to the channel. It's time to talk adapters. There are three basic ways that people discover and purchase adapters. I just Googled it and picked the cheap one. That's this and these. I'm in the forums and someone with intentions that I'm completely unaware of says this one works great. Shopping complete. Finally, I did my research, read reviews, looked at some YouTube videos from creators I've trusted over the years, and based on all that information, I picked the safest, smartest, best value in the realm of the good ones. And I've looked at all the adapters that are available on the internet so you don't have to. And what I found is there are 5 things a top quality universal NACS to CCS adapter will do. It will be rated for up to 500 amps or 1000 volts. It will have temperature sensitive auto shutoff. It will lock the NACS inlet to the adapter. It will lock the vehicle's charge port while charging, and it will meet all the qualifications for UL2252, which means it's already certified or that company is attempting to get certification. What I've found is, like there are 3 shopping experiences, there are 5 tiers of adapters. Adapters from companies you have heard of but have no idea if the important features are present. Adapters from companies you haven't heard of and you have no idea if the important features exist. Adapters with the important features present awaiting certification. Adapters that have the important features present and have certification. And of course our 5th tier, the official adapter, which the manufacturer says you have to get. And the main reason I'm making this video is because you should not buy the official adapter, in my opinion. It doesn't matter which brand of vehicle you have or whether or not your brand is coming soon or doesn't have access yet. Let's go shopping, shall we? This is definitely the Lectron adapter. See the ridges right here? No question, a Lectron adapter. So if you order from GM, you're getting a Lectron adapter, $275. Next, we've got the Honda adapter. It's $225. Let's take a look at it. This is looking to me to be a lot like the Lectron adapter. There's your ridges. It is definitely the Lectron adapter. So Honda is selling the Lectron. GM is selling the Lectron. Here's your Acura adapter. Let's take a look at it. Again, exact same adapter. I don't even think they bothered to change the pictures except to add the Acura logo. That is a Lectron adapter. No question. Again, $225. Now, Ford is actually a pretty good deal. It's $200. And Ford has been the leader in this Tesla supercharging for other vehicles movement. They were the first to adopt it. All the other manufacturers followed. But again, this is a Lectron adapter. It's really obvious. This is the Lectron, like that shape. It's definitely the Lectron, this button. But it's a little bit more robust than the original Lectron Vortex. But we know it's Lectron because it's literally published. Ford developed NACS fast charging adapter in collaboration with Lectron. And what was the main feature they wanted? Robust sealing components, and then here it is, a safety interlock to prevent accidental disconnection during charging. Well, guess what? They've made the official adapter available at their own website for at least $25, if not $50 cheaper than the manufacturers are going to provide them for. Whatever your reason for shopping for an adapter is, the adapter you should probably get for legal reasons, safety reasons, and to save a little bit of cash is the Electron Vortex Plus. Yes, there's a new one. It's called the Plus. Let's go straight to the Electron website. All right, EV adapters. Right here on the right is the Vortex plug, but for $10 more, you've got the Vortex Plus right here. Let's look at it. First, right here in the description, we've got the legal reason. This is the first UL certified adapter, and 2252 is the standard. Next, we have the reason that Ford wanted to work with Electron, and that's the secure interlock. And I can actually use the A to Z website and the Typhoon Pro description to describe what the interlocking mechanism is. If the adapter is locked by the charge port's locking mechanism, the NACS connector can't be removed from the adapter. That's a feature that both the A to Z and now the Electron Vortex Plus both have. Compatible EVs, it's got all of our regular players: Acura, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Ford, GM, just in case you didn't realize, GMC, Genesis, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, JLR, Lucid, Mercedes, Rivian, Polestar, Volvo, and of course Nissan. It's got your Volkswagen Group, Toyota, and BMW coming soon. We already know Subaru works right now. Let's go to the frequently asked questions. How is the Vortex Plus different from the Vortex Plug? Vortex Plus includes an interlock mechanism and is UL2252 certified. UL2252 is the standard for evaluating EV coupler adapters for safety, performance, and interoperability. And this is what you're after, the UL mark. Look on most of your electronics, you're going to find this, and it just shows that this test has been done. It looks like this right here. Now, the next thing we need to do is look at the difference between this description and the description of the Vortex plug. Charging options are the same, compatibility is the same, speed is the same, durable and easy to use. So, would you be all right getting the Vortex plug? Absolutely. I still recommend this plug if it's the one you have. You don't need to upgrade. You're good to go. But if you just bought an EV or you're thinking about getting an EV and you'd like to be prepared, like, get your home charging set up and every accessory you need, floor mats, etc., for when you actually take delivery of the vehicle, the Vortex Plus is a way to future-proof it. It's the interlock mechanism and the 2252 certification. That's the difference. But wait, why should we even worry about which adapter we get? Well, these are rated for 500 amps, and yes, 500 amps of current is absolutely deadly and will cause severe burns, organ damage, and likely cardiac arrest, even if the voltage is low. So if you unplug while you're charging and the supercharger hasn't shut off yet, well, deadly. I was at a supercharger in Allentown and a Prologue Elite pulled up to the supercharger. They had a third-party adapter and they tried to get their session to work, but it didn't. And I knew they probably weren't plugged in all the way. But the scary part was when their session was over, the user went to pull it out and there was nothing holding it in. So this interlock mechanism is safety. And here's another reason to get the Lectron. This is the official Kia adapter. Usage with EVs that charge amperage 350 amps or higher may result in charging interruptions or overload. And this looks really similar to Electron adapter. In fact, it might be, but it's officially for Hyundai and Kia. They have 800 volt architecture, which means the amperage would be lower and the voltage would be higher. However, if your Vortex Plus is rated for, 500 amps and 1000 volts, it's going to be fine for the Kia and any other EV that might go above 350 amps, which a lot of EVs that have 400 volt architecture can do. Man, we're in the weeds with this 400 to 500 volt, 800 volt architecture stuff, so why not just get one that's rated for everything and is safe and UL tested and locks into your vehicle? Let me show you how hard the shopping process actually is. This is the DeWalt charger, and it looks identical to an A to Z EV. That's definitely your two-part push button, but there's not enough photos or videos to validate that. It doesn't show the back of it at all. That's not even, what is that even? I don't know. And okay, 4 more. There still aren't any that show the back of it. This is definitely the A to Z case, 100%. So is this an A to Z EV? I don't know. And let's go down here to the specs. The temperature rating is fine. The amperage rating is fine. The voltage rating is fine. Suitable for outdoor temperatures. And there's the cars again. What is this? Paragon Group USA. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I can't trust the DeWalt because there's just not enough information. It doesn't tell me all of the 5 things. I don't know if it meets the qualifications for UL2252. I don't know if it has a locker. I don't know if it locks the inlet. I don't know if it has temperature sensor. The DeWalt is really well branded. Obviously, DeWalt's a really popular company, but the information here just is incomplete. Let's check these out. Wattage, power source. So would I buy the DeWalt? No. Could it be safe? Yeah, sure, but you're taking a gamble. And that's a brand that I trust. I have tons of DeWalt parts. It gets even more sketchy the deeper you dig. This one looks terrible. It looks extremely small. The plastic is super shiny. I don't know how long this would last. I know it won't look like this after even one use. The pictures, okay, at least it shows the back of it. But then the closer you look, wait a minute, it has a thermal sensor. It has a self-lock button. Okay, this is looking better. The price is right up there with what a good one would be. 500 amp, 1000 volt. We're definitely getting close to our 5 things. Temperature rating looks good. But if you go down here, let's look at some of the more detailed specifications. Weatherproof, UL2252. So now I got to go back and look at my 5 things. Does it have the amperage voltage rating? Yes. Temperature sensors? Yes. Does it lock? Yes. So this technically meets all of the qualifications. It's just, I have no idea if it's any good. And it's $189. So it's, what, $5 cheaper than the Electron? This one meets the standards of UL2252, but it doesn't say it's certified. Next, I got EV Dance. Here's the EV Dance adapter. Ratings look good. All right, description. Again, you got to really start reading. 500 amps, 1000 volt. It's got that one. Meets UL certification standards. The temperature thing is there. The voltage is there. The compatibility is there. So again, back to your 5 things. Does it have the rating? Yes. So what are we missing here? We're missing, does it tell me about a temperature sensor? Let's take a look. There's a drop test. This one's probably okay too, but I can't see anywhere where it specifically says it has that temperature sensor. So again, you're taking a risk. And yeah, this one's a little bit cheaper, $159.99, but still taking a risk. And then we get to the $99 one. Let's see what this one says. A whole bunch of information, but what is the rating? It says 250 kilowatts. It's unbreakable. That's a whole bunch of nothingness. Then let's go down here to extra specifications. You know it's good when they are committed to providing quality products. You got a handshake, certified for safety, performance, and ease of use, but what certification? Again, doesn't say. Safe and reliable. It's featured on AOL, so it's got to be good. And again, doesn't say. So this one meets almost none. It doesn't have the voltage rating. We don't know if it locks, and it's $99. So that's the risk that you run with that. The A to Z Typhoon Pro says it right here, locked by the charge port's locking mechanism. The NACS adapter can't be removed. How about this one from Walmart? It's rated for 500 amps, 1000 volts. It even has the interlock. In fact, wait a minute, it's got the dual locking mechanism in one. It also happens to be shaped exactly like an A to Z EV, all the way down to the case. So what's the problem here? There's just a 1-year warranty, but no UL certification or attempt to get it. If they're UL certified, they're evaluating the adapter's design and construction, testing the flammability and electrical properties, performance testing for temperature, endurance, vibration, and more, and electrical testing for insulation resistance, short circuit and grounding, as well as for marking and instructions. So is this Walmart adapter actually an A to Z EV? Did they license the technology or the specifications? Or have they just stolen the mold and written down the same things in the description as A to Z has? There's no way to know. And the fact that they haven't applied for UL certification, they don't have UL certification, and who knows what EV supply company actually is, sounds pretty purposely generic to me. Well, you run that risk of death. Am I being overly dramatic? Maybe. But I think the reward of buying something that a company is trying to certify and has actually been certified at least by the FCC or has been officially certified is good for your health and for your warranty. Yes, you can use, it even says right here, while a non-GM adapter won't necessarily void the warranty, damage from the unapproved adapter will not be covered. And yes, that goes deeper. The Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act protects consumers who purchase consumer products by requiring clear disclosure of warranty terms, preventing manufacturers from voiding warranties for using non-original or aftermarket parts. So you'd have to go to court to fight this, but in the event that your adapter was, I don't know, UL certified and a one-to-one copy of the adapter GM is selling you manufactured by the same company anyway, I would think that would be enough. I have two vehicles that I need a supercharger adapter for. I have two different branded adapters. I have an A to Z EV, and now I have this Electron Vortex Plus. The A to Z mechanism is the best mechanism. It's the most user-friendly, it's the easiest to connect and disconnect. However, the Electron is new user failsafe. You have to press a separate button to connect and disconnect, whereas the A to Z, the mechanism on the top releases both sides for ease of use. So in my opinion, the most user-friendly adapter is the A to Z EV. And the one I would recommend for people who are new to using the supercharger and people who are new to EVs, or which one would you give your kid if they were taking a trip in your EV, that would be the Electron. That interlock mechanism, the UL certification, and the robust build, as well as the obvious nature of how to plug it in and unplug it, are my reasons why. But again, if you're trying to get the best adapter for the best money, it's at least $5 cheaper than all of the official adapters, and it is the official adapter. While the Vortex plug had a little smaller clip, a little thinner design, and a little different button underneath, GM, Ford, Honda, Acura, and others are selling the Electron Vortex Plus with their branded logo on it as the official adapter. Full transparency, Electron reached out to me and sent me this adapter. And the reason I accepted it is because it solves a mystery for me. I wanted to know what the difference was between the manufacturer official adapter and the Electron Vortex plug that's been on the market since Tesla Supercharger access has opened up to other companies. And the answer is they made it more robust, added an interlock system, and obtained a UL 2252 certification. And as far as brands in the EV charging aftermarket, Electron is the most trusted by the most people that I speak to. In fact, I obviously had a Vortex plug in the past that I purchased with my own money. In fact, I did a comparison between it and the A to Z EV Typhoon Pro right here on the channel, and this was my unbiased recommendation. Once you get used to this one, the A to Z EV is a little easier. I think the Electron is a little more robust. That same recommendation rings 100% true today. If you're looking for an adapter, the A to Z EV or this new Vortex Plus are the two I recommend. There are links for both in the description. I also noticed that today, Friday, August 29th, the day the video will be published, Electron is doing a Labor Day sale, and if you click the checkout button and apply promo code Labor Day, that'll make this puppy ship for free for $175 and change plus tax. If you were going to choose an adapter, what do you think? Does the UL certification make a difference? Is the interlock mechanism a safety feature you would be interested in having with your adapter? Is this an A to Z EV adapter? Bruh. Is this an A to Z EV adapter?
All the way down to the case.
Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Join Patreon or become a YouTube member for early access to videos, and subscribe for more. We'll see you on the next one.
Hey! Smash the like button!
Thank you.